Tauruses, welcome into your April reading. This is for the full month. We're tapping into your current energy and just seeing what is it that you need to be aware of. Where is your energy moving you into the next now moment? Any guidance and information. Okay. And then at the end, I'm going to pull an I Ching card with a final message. But I'm going to start with the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. We are now fully into spring here, so we're going to see this first month of spring, right? Spring represents that kind of blossoming, the growth, the movement, the sun coming back, feeling motivated. We are in full swing of fire horse energy with the Chinese Zodiac. So things are moving and shaking. And that's why anything holding you back right now, anything holding your reins, okay, is gonna start to create a lot more tension and challenge, and you're gonna get a lot more truth coming to you if you have anything holding you back. And that's why things are happening quick. Lessons are really coming up quick. If we go through major transformations, that integration is happening, and life is going to test us to see, are we shifting our patterns? Are we changing our actions? Are we aligning with our authenticity and our truth here? So let's see for Tauruses, what is going on in April. Back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or a project you're working on. All could use some fine tuning. Shared inspiration. Throw yourself into a new project. Be willing to let go of time constraints and rules and really be aware of whatever fulfills your heart. Interesting. So it's kind of two things talking about being on task, projects, something, a goal, something you're working on. There could be something that you want to implement that's new for you. Let go of these, again, these expectations around, impatience or like expectations. This is about harnessing and following your greatest excitement and passion right now. So any projects that you're not fully 100% into or not feeling passionate about, you might want to reassess. This is a time to focus more of your passion and attention on one project than it is trying to do 5 different projects. But this is about fulfilling your heart, right? Following your heart. And use your time wisely right now. It's about working smarter, not harder. Enjoying life. The more you're enjoying life, the more you're in a state of ease and flow. That's going to also impact your abundance, your success, and all those other factors. Replacing what was lost. You have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. Look at that. So whatever this is, again, if you're following your heart, if you're following your passion and excitement, and not having too many constraints about how it unfolds, just enjoying the activities or the time you're putting in or the efforts in the moment, it's opening up more opportunity that it's going to create abundance for you. And it looks like that's coming up on the horizon here from the cards. And there's something here just with these 3 dolphins about working together. There is some sense of this is involving other people, or there's more creating a space that's more collaborative and inclusive of people around you and not just making it your own. So to me, this is something more of a group thing. All right, we got cards flying here. Let's get some more detail. 3 of Wands. 2 of Cups. And look at that, the Knight of Cups. I'm going to keep going because these are some great cards. You got 4 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So look at the heart of your reading is this Ace of Swords. So at the heart of this month, there's really this, everything is revolving around staying clear. I'm getting staying clear about who you are, staying clear about your needs, about what you want to create, and clear communication. But I also think there's a lot more clarity that you're coming into moving into April. I feel like whatever happened in March helped you open up and maybe remove any confusion, any blocks, any situations in your world that have kind of been stuck. I feel like you're finally kind of clearing that, finding resolution, getting clarity and information that's going to help you move forward in a more smooth, easy way. Queen of Swords. So the Queen is offering up, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, but she's willing and saying, come with me, follow me, or hey, again, because there's this piece of collaboration here, or like other people involved. But it's about, you want to create more harmony in your life, in your relationships, in your connections, and also have it impact potentially your work or what you're putting out into the world. There's a lot around relationships here, and I think you're gonna see a lot of improvement in your relationships in April. There's a lot of harmony showing here. If you're single, definitely prime opportunity for a new relationship to come in here. But if that's not the case here, there's just this reharmonization and really relationships just working a lot better this month for you. I'm also hearing with that Three of Swords, this isn't about trying to force people to change or force people to want to collaborate better or force people to kind of come to some sort of resolution if there's been, issues or, again, conflicts. This is about you getting clear within yourself about your truth, moving forward on the path of your highest good, the path of your highest truth. And that's when things start to kind of work out and come together. And you just need to trust that the right people are going to follow. The people that aren't aligned anymore will fall off, and just working towards creating a more solid foundation for yourself. Look at that, Ace of Cups, 2 aces. So definitely focusing too on what's going to fulfill you long term, right? Like filling your cup. And you've been working on clearing the gunk out of your cup, out of your emotional, that's a metaphor, but you've been clearing out anything that's been blocking your cup, other people's gunk, other people's baggage, other people's emotions. If you're someone who tends to feel like they're more of that nurturing caregiver, can tend to take on other people's gunk thinking that that's loving, but that's actually what has been blocking you from an emotional standpoint, and especially around things that are emotionally fulfilling for you, whether it's relationships or work. 8 of Cups, walking away from anything that just isn't working anymore. I think you're becoming really clear about that. And then the Hierophant, walking away from these old traditional ideas of how we need to do things. Also traditional belief systems that you were programmed with. You really are elevating up on an energetics level and cutting through this stuff. You're not following anyone else anymore. You're following your alignment with source, with your higher guides, your higher self. Let's get one for this Ace of Swords. Knight of Swords. So things are going to move fast. I feel like April, there's going to be a lot of momentum. Things are going to move a lot faster for you. And you're really feeling motivated to take on life. And you're flying into anything that you, again, are passionate about, are excited about, and want. And you're like, you're going to make them successful. What's this? The Hierophant. Six of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be about finally really committing to something that maybe you were a little on the fence about or not fully 100% committed in to. I feel like you're committing to a connection here or with other people to move forward in a new way. You're definitely, things are becoming, again, you're moving into an easier flow of things. That's what the Six of Swords is. You're moving out of chaos, conflict, kind of a time of a lot of turmoil, and you're moving into things where things are going to calm down for you. And I think obviously that's welcomed by you. And you're just feeling a lot more, again, in alignment with your truth, in alignment with your authentic self, and you're living that now, where maybe you didn't in the past because you were living life for other people or living the life that other people wanted and not really figuring out in your core what you want. And let's see, Eight of Cups. Definitely walking away from anything that doesn't align with you anymore. Eight of Cups, yeah. Leaving behind hurts, betrayals, heartache. You've really been working through this stuff. And something really did a number on you, and this could be holding on to stuff from the past. This could have been tied with somebody, a male figure in your life, a father figure, a father, a partner. But this person with the Three of Swords is too externally focused, too focused on the money or how their image in the world or something like that. Too much focus on work, something like that, where that caused a lot of emotional heartache for you. But definitely this you are leaving this behind. And there's like a new commitment to yourself. But you'll see the shift as soon as you really commit to yourself and quit thinking of everyone else. That's when things start changing for your life. Okay, let's pull an I Ching card. Ooh, that one flew out. All right, Great Smallness, Thunder over Mountain. When faced with a difficult circumstance, it is tempting to be aggressive, but acting this way will only make things worse. So now that this came out, because that's this Knight of Swords, there could be, you're almost like, great, you're really feeling this motivation and this truth coming out, especially in how you're communicating with people, cutting through BS, doing the things you want to do. But I think there's a leaning here based on this. You could be tempted to approach things too honestly, too aggressively. And it says it's better to follow a course of patient non-action, relying on the principles of humility, modesty, and acceptance. Difficulties will eventually reappear. They are part of the natural order of things. But I think the difficulties happen because of a skewed perspective and, like it says, approaching things, it makes sense that maybe you've been pushed to your kind of boiling point with certain situations or people. And you're like, what? I finally am seeing things for what they are. I'm aligning. I'm doing my own inner work. And I'm focusing on what's best for me. And that's great. But there's also this ask of you as you integrate all this and shift and change your life of, you know what, it just means, it's showing you what's not working or people that aren't in alignment with you. So maybe in the past you tried to force your truth on other people, see me, hear me, and it's a shift to knowing that now I'm just seeing how people, their truth, and it's just giving me that validation of, okay, I need to create space here, or I'm not going to work with these people anymore, or hey, I used to go out on a limb for this person or these people, and I'm not going to do it anymore, and I'm going to create boundaries, but I'm not continually going to try and fight this situation like I would in the past. All right, Tauruses, I think this is good stuff for you to kind of chew on and to help you as in April. But overall, I do feel like as your outward action changes and your energy changes, things are going to shift and be easier and less difficult. All right, Tauruses, thanks for joining in, and I will see you in the next read.